It was a good win for us. I mean, I'm happy for our guys. You know, we gave them chances. You know, I came to this conclusion. In the last 7, 8 years, I've coached teams that have absolutely whomped on people. This ain't one of them. And every game we're going to be in is going to be a dogfight. And instead of going crazy about it, how about just accept it, right? And coach that way. I can't imagine this team being up 20 on anybody. Because you get up 12, 15, someone will try to steal the ball, they'll foul, they'll leave their feet. They'll, on an out-of-bounds play, one guy will not do what he's supposed to, give up 2 layups. We're blocking every shot, so why would you grab arms when they drive in there? We're not trying to steal balls on drives, give ground. We just kept fouling. Guess what? We got better. Alex got better. Really, how about Alex diving on the floor? At the end of the game, you know, he didn't run one time, he didn't come up with the rebound, but he made strides. Kyle was terrific. Nerlens is really, the workouts for Nerlens has helped him more than anybody else. You know, missed free throws today, which he hadn't been missing, but he did good.
After A&M, you kind of mentioned you want people to stem the tide. You talked about that the other day. Do you feel at least that you finally got to that mark? At least you didn't give up?
Yeah, I mean, we won, so it did stop the bleeding. But the point is, there were 7 or 8 errors again. And when I say they're not buying in, here's what it is. We're playing this a certain way. Why did you try to steal the ball? That's not how we were playing that. Why did you go over the top of that screen? Why didn't you fight this? Why did you not? I mean, there were just things that we're walking out of timeouts talking about how we're playing, out of bounds plays. This is what we're going to play, how they're doing. We drew up the play that they got the back layup. We drew it up. It's like I coached this team and my team. I drew it up. This is what they're going to do, and they shot a layup. I mean, it's like, you know, there was one stretch where I got a little bit, you know, because I thought they were letting go of the game. But short of that, look, folks, we are what we are. I love this team. We have so much upside. We're going to be in dogfights. We got to go to Auburn. Auburn is playing as well as anybody in our league right now on the road. They're retiring numbers. It's Jersey Day, Cup Day, and Bat Day in Auburn. It's going to be an absolute war for us to get down there on the road and try to steal one. But I'm happy for them. I said, be happy you won. You won a game.
How much satisfaction do you take from making plays? They made plays, Kyle, Julius, Nerlens.
You know what's great about Kyle? For the first time since he's been here, Kyle's told me to run a play for him, which I absolutely did. Because the minute a young man comes to you and says, Coach, run four down, you run it because now it's off me and it's on him. So I always will do it. And he even came back after he made that shot, came back and said, run another play for him. And we did. And then when he came back on the third one, I said, cool out, man, come on. Somebody else try to shoot.
Coach, can you talk about Archie's decision-making, particularly in shot selection?
He struggled today. He was a little bit out of control, playing too fast. We're trying to get him to shoot the runner, which when he did, he made it. The one he missed, we rebounded and made. So it's what we've been working on, but we've been working on him to jump stop, dump. So he goes driving down the lane, left his feet, threw a wide open pass to the corner. I think it was to Julius, I believe it was, for a 3. But he left his feet. Now we work every day on jump stops, so there are things that these guys are growing with, and but we just have to be better than the team in the gym we are and get better. We fought and battled and did some good stuff and came up with some balls. We out-rebounded one of the better rebounding teams in our league. Ryan played okay. Now I think he's got to be better than he played. Just his decision-making, fouling, and some of the stuff that he did, and missed 3 layups and said I got fouled. Well, they're not going to call it. You got to be tougher and make them. But, again, I mean, how about Jared going in the game and doing what he did? Jared changed the game around. It was like a 2-point game, and then Jared went in and shook it up and did his thing. We went to subs. I didn't want to fall into the same trap I did with Texas A&M, so I subbed earlier. But it was a good win for us.
How surprised were you that Kyle asked for a play?
No, I told the team after I'm happy. I have no problem with that.
Were you surprised you finally did that?
No, he said it. I said, okay, let's run it. There was no surprise. I'm like, happy. Thank you. This is supposed to be their team.
Cal, I've asked you a couple times recently about Nerlens, whether maybe he's turning into that leader you guys look to,
He's
the
beginning
energy
to.
guy. And again tonight, it
Yeah.
seemed like guys are feeding off his energy, like he was the guy that wanted to take over down the stretch.
Yeah, and that's what we need from him. But the reason he can do it is he's been really working in practice. He's been spending the time.
John, you may have just answered this, but why do you think Nerlens got the most out of the individual workouts and everything?
Because you saw the progress. Some other guys, in a month, their exertion level, heart rates never really moved, which tells you that as soon as they hit that wall, they kept stopping for a month. Nerlens, on the other hand, started in the same spot and just kept moving. Now, we changed the workouts with a couple of the guys to try to get him, and Kyle was another guy working out and has gotten better.
John, I assume the shots that Julius hit late were the kind of shots you anticipated hitting all season. What do you think they can do for his confidence, if anything?
Well, our thing is, when I get mad when he's catching the ball at the three-point line and the guy's in the lane and he doesn't shoot it. Literally, the guy has a foot in the lane running at him, but he's in the lane. You caught it, you got to get that off and you got to shoot it. Or if he flies in a dead run that way at you, not running at you, he just jumps that way at you, then you shoot one dribble pull-up. But see, you got to understand now, his assist-to-turnover ratio may be one of the best in the NCAA. So my thing to him is, when you drive to pass. Don't drive to score. You're not big enough. You're not athletic enough. Shoot the three, one dribble pull-up, or drive to pass. You remember against Texas A&M, he drove and he shot it with Archie in a wide-open corner. Those are all the things I keep saying. You have to buy into how we're telling you to play, Archie. This is how we're telling you to play, and you're not doing it, so you're not bought in. The trust I'm telling you about with these guys, unless everybody's doing what they're supposed to, you don't trust each other. This guy, we all know what he's supposed to do, but he's not doing it. Well, how can I trust him? Now I worry about myself, now he can't trust me, and then you look like you have a team that doesn't trust each other. We made some strides today, but we got a ways to go, believe me. You know, this is the hard thing about coaching 17, 18, 19-year-olds.
John, what do you attribute Nerlens' ability to make steals to?
He's got a quick twitch, I would tell you that, and he's long, and you know, he's doing some good stuff, and I was happy for Kyle. Willie did fine. Willie was fine today. I mean, he did the stuff we needed him to do, but he got in foul trouble, so Kyle stepped in there.
Cal, that game was pretty chippy both ways, a lot of talking back and forth. You like seeing that?
Good. And if there's anybody that was getting sand kicked in their face, and you know, at some point you got to stand up. Can't, you know? And we don't teach that. I'm not teaching it, but I know this: you put your heels in the sand, and you know, like if I see somebody talking to one of my players and they're not challenging back, I'm not happy. It's not what I want, but I'm not. You know, you gotta be a man. This is a man's game, and this is a man's league we play in, and you got to play through bumps. Quit crying about fouls. Everybody's fouling everybody.
John, are you going to be able to accept having a team that won't womp on people?
I have to. I did today. I mean, I did not. You know, I knew watching the tape that this would be close, and it was. You know, I got upset a few times, and about the 10-minute mark, I got a little bit upset with a couple of guys, but all in all, I told them after. Last 8 years, you know, you win 35 games a year. And you're beating people by 30. You're just absolute, well, this team's not capable of doing that. We're still learning to sustain effort and to trust each other. Then you can start becoming the team we want to be. Till then, we're going to be mired in the stuff we're in right now. But, good win. Anytime you win a game in this league, it's a hard game. And the way we finished the game, the free throws, Julius making baskets, those were big. You know, we come out and we executed. I mean, we walked out of timeouts and really executed, which was good to see.
Last question.
Thanks, folks.